Hello everyone, now today we're going to be talking about some major exam revision tips that may help you guys sitting at home prepare for any major exams you may have coming up, or any general exams you may have coming up. Now here in England, we're about to hit our major GCSE period, which is where we sit a bunch of exams that determine pretty much the rest of our lives. Now these exams only occur for people in year 11 in secondary school in England. I have no idea what that equates to in America or any other country for that matter, so don't quote me on anything here. Now one of my friends at school actually suggested that I did this video, and I thought, you know what, that might actually be quite a good idea, seeing as not many people know how to revise. I didn't really know how to revise before making this video, so you know. Now if you are new around here, do be sure to smash that subscribe button to never miss another video, and let's see if we can smash 15 likes in this video. 15 likes would be amazing. I do hope you guys like the new camera angle as well, because I'm trying this new thing out. My microphone's down there, so if the audio is really bad, I apologise. I'll just use this audio, but I'll let you know. Okay, I'll put here right now, okay, if I'm using the Yeti audio or that audio. Yeah, that's the audio that That's the audio I'm using. Now all of these tips are from a website that I think is reliable. I don't think it's reliable, I don't know. I think this is a website I can trust. When I typed in on Google, it's the first one that came up. So usually those are pretty trustworthy websites. So now the first tip we're going to be talking about today is to start revising early. Now I know this may seem like a bit of an obvious one, but if you start revising early, then it actually it embeds in your brain a lot better than if you did it in the week before the exam. If you revise something enough, then it'll get into your long-term memory instead of your short-term memory. It'll just pop into your brain, you'll just know it. It's just kind of, yeah. Now this website does say to start revising months before your exam, and luckily for us GCSE students in the UK, we have about 4 months before our exams, maybe 3 months. Yeah, about 3 or 4 months before our exams, oh god. So for those of you sitting at home, it's not too late. No matter what your teachers tell you, it's not too late yet. But if you do leave it until the last month or 2 months, then good luck. Now the second tip I'm going to be giving you is to stick your textbook underneath your pillow when you're going to sleep. Yep, you will then absorb all of the information from that textbook into your head via osmosis during the night. Yeah, I don't know how reliable this website is, to be completely honest. Don't do that. The fact that I have to say that, because I actually don't know how gullible some of you guys are. I'm not saying you're all gullible, I just don't know where the line is yet. Can we just stop and appreciate for a second that I'm 2 subscribers away from 800? Oh. God. Now the third tip I'm going to be giving you is don't put your revision off. Now me personally, I'm the king of procrastination. I'm taking that crown. That crown is mine, alright? Now I'm going to do a really cringy little joke here. Are you ready? Yeah, that's mine. What is it? No, but seriously, my biggest problem is the fact that I can't help but procrastinate. I would rather do anything else but the one thing that I'm meant to be doing. So for instance, recording a video recently, I haven't been able to find any motivation, so I've just been procrastinating that by sitting on my bed watching YouTube videos. Or when I want to tidy up my room, I just sit on my bed watching YouTube videos. I will probably be making a separate video about how to avoid procrastination, because I think it's something that many people suffer with, because it's a big problem at the moment with a lot of people. But one thing that may help drive you to actually do your revision is the fact that if you don't put the work in, no one else will for you. If you don't revise, you're not going to get the grades you want. You won't get into the college that you want to get into. You will literally, you will fuck your life up essentially if you don't revise. That's all you have to keep saying to yourself in your head. I will be done for if I don't. No one else is going to do this work for me. I need to put in the effort in order to get the results I want. Just remember, at the end of the day, it's down to you to do the revision. It's down to you to get the results that you want to get. If you don't do the work that you're supposed to be doing, then you're not going to get where you want to be. Another thing to remember is it's literally just for us guys now in the UK, 4 more months of suffering revision until we're at college. That's not a long time considering we have the rest of our lives ahead of us. So if you just spend these 4 months revising and just getting your head down, maybe not having as much fun as you would be having usually, but if you just suffer for these next 4 months, then you will get where you want to be in life. Now this next one is really a very important one. If you have already received your exam timetable for your GCSEs, revise that thing properly. Or don't revise it, but kind of get to know it and understand when your exams are. The last thing that you want to do is miss an exam. Because here in the UK, if you miss an exam, what will end up happening is if you want to resit that exam, you have to pay for it yourself. And I think right now you would be paying about £70 per exam in order to resit that exam. How many times have I said exam? You can avoid all of that by just turning up to your exams on time, making sure that you know what you're doing when you're meant to be doing it. Now this next one is also quite an important one because it plays a big effect on the grade you will get. Find the right environment to revise in. Don't be revising in front of your TV while it's on. Don't be revising in front of your games console. Don't be revising by a radio that's turned on with loud, kind of obnoxious music that has loads of lyrics in it that you won't be able to focus to. In fact, the best music to revise to is music with no lyrics, possibly classical music or music of that type, because it can help stimulate your brain and help you focus on what you're doing. If you listen to music with lyrics, your brain will subconsciously try and gauge those lyrics and work out what they are, and whatever you're revising will not stick in your head as well because it's already trying to focus on the music. So make sure that if you're buy a TV, buy a games console, if you're buy a radio that does not have classical music, because if you don't have classical FM, and I don't know what you're doing with your life, because classical FM is the best thing in the world. I love a bit of Mozart. Why did I do that? But also, if you have nothing around you that will distract you, it can really help you focus on what you're doing. And when you're revising, it's really good to have 10-minute short break, and in those short 10-minute breaks you can go and watch the TV, you can go and play your games console for a bit, and they actually turn into a really nice treat rather than just procrastinating doing those things. And those treats can actually help push you to revise, because then you actually start looking forward to the small things that you so much wanted before. I mean, me personally, if I have the TV on and I'm trying to revise something, I just end up kicking back and watching the TV. Just realistically, that's what I start doing. I can't help it. And I have found that sitting at a good proper desk can help as well. Like, I've recently got this glass desk that's really comfortable to sit at, and my new lighting that I got behind me really helps me focus when I put it on the right light setting. It is really important to have a nice desk you can sit at rather than just sitting on a soft bed. I know that sounds weird, but it is. Now, this next one from this website, I don't know how reliable it is. You know, might be true. It's not, but it might be. There is an old tradition, apparently, according to this website, that if you walk into your exam hall in a full suit of armour and a sword and demand some ale, they have to give it to you. Again, if you are one of those gullible people that's like, oh wow, really cool, I'm gonna go on eBay right now and buy a suit of armour and a sword, you'll get arrested, by the way, so don't do that. Then I'm gonna get free ale in an exam. No, you won't. I can promise you, you won't. You'll get kicked out. So don't do that if you did that. So let me know some of your best revision tips that you know in the comments down below, and I will read them, and it may help me revise a little bit. And also, if you are new around here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to never miss another video. And as I said, let's see if we can smash 15 likes on this video. 15 likes would be absolutely amazing. Anyway, I do hope you've all enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, smack the like button down below, subscribe to never miss another video, and I hope to see you in another video. See you later, guys.